We are live.
And
Should I
we are
go
live.
ahead?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Turning Point Toastmasters meeting number 415. Yes. Why did I do that? Because today's motto, I want you to do something different. Be descriptive as much you can. Do you remember the childhood days when you were so descriptive? When you see pictures, you remember still what you had on those childhood days? So try to make become more descriptive today's meeting. So with that, let's start the meeting. You are now in the code of conduct of Toastmasters. I'm your Sergeant at Arms, Priyanka Mishra, where we are here to provide you supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills and result in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Believe in me, I have been here for so much of time. So yeah, we are getting personal growth. We do follow a certain rules, which I request everyone to do so. Please be advised that any kind of behavior which might result in disturbing the flow of the meeting, you might it might result in removal of that particular member from the meeting without even intimation. Please ensure that any kind of noise making device is either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on sex, religion, and politics. And as far as possible, keep your videos on and keep the applauds on and use Zoom emoticons as much as you can. I request all the role players to rename themselves with the role player name and your name, and the guest underscore your name. I request everyone to not post any kind of message when the speaker is speaking on the stage because it makes the speaker distracted. So with that, I would like to call my beautiful resident of the day who is playing a presiding officer role, Toastmaster Neeraj.
It's me, Priyanka.
I'm
Today
so
I'll
sorry.
be taking presiding officer thing.
Sorry, who is the today's presiding officer?
Aina.
Aina. I'm so sorry for the mistake. I'm very happy to invite another leader of the room who has started her journey by becoming associate VP membership for VP education, and she used to lead our Tuesday meetings. Tuesday meeting, we had amazing and Aina, can could you please
Am
do
I
a audio
audible?
video check?
Am I audible and am I visible?
Yes, you are. Could you be a little bit
Um,
louder if it's possible?
am I audible and am I visible, Priyanka?
Yes, you are. Please continue. Thank you. What
All right. Thank you so much. Please give a huge round of applause for a beautiful sergeant at arms, Toastmaster Priyanka. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Welcome to today's meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters. As your presiding officer, I'm delighted to open this session filled with learning, laughter, and growth. Today is not just any other day. It's 1st of May. That is, it's Labor Day, a day dedicated to the tireless spirit of workers around the world. Let us take a moment to honor the strength, dedication, and resilience of every individual who contributes their efforts, whether in a boardroom, behind a counter, on the road, or even at home. Your work matters, and today we celebrate you. So basically, we are celebrating ourselves. We are always working. So please give a huge round of applause for yourself. All right, as we step into May, we are also stepping into the heart of summer, and I hope you guys are eating ice creams every day, just like me. Yes or no? Okay, so we are thrilled to have some special guests with us today. We have Abhishek with us. Abhishek, would you like to unmute yourself and introduce
Hello,
yourself? Hi Abhishek,
Am I
how are
audible? Yeah.
you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank
Yes,
you.
you're audible. Please
Um,
tell us a little bit about yourself and also how did you get to know about us?
yes, actually, I also joined your session in the starting of the year in the January two times, but due to time
Mm-hmm.
constraint, I was not able to continue thereafter. But I'm hoping that yeah, now onwards, I will continue with Toastmaster Club because I'm connected with your guest WhatsApp group. So through now that group, I got the reminder for today, and yeah, I'm here.
Welcome, Abhishek. We are thrilled to have you here with us, and I hope you will join us in the next on the next Thursday as well, and every other Thursday.
Thank
Next,
you.
we have Toastmaster Abhijit. Would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you get to know about us?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aina. Well, this is just not the first time that I'm coming to Turning Point Toastmasters. It's been a while now, and more of like it's a frequent guest Toastmaster that I have been taking up roles and trying to check on any role possible where I can probably be a little bit of a support to the conduct of the club meetings. The reason is pretty simple. I don't really have to go ahead and tell what brings me here to Turning Point Toastmasters, but it's a great club to be as part of the online setup which it has, and I love participating in your club meetings, and that's something that always brings me here. So I'm looking forward to a great evening today as well. And with that, over to you, Toastmaster Aina.
Thank you so much, Abhijit. And also, I cannot thank you enough for taking up our roles as the VP Education of the club. Honestly, thank you. So, that is it with the guests. Everyone, please give a huge round of applause to all the guests. Now, let us talk about something that quietly creeps into our lives, especially as we set goals, dream big, or even try something new like public speaking. It's not fear, it's not failure, it's something far sneakier. It's called excusitis. I do not know how many of you have heard of this. I I did not know about this until and unless one member of our club decided to talk about it. It is the inflammation of excuses. Yes, you heard it right. It shows up in whispers like I'm too busy, I'm not ready, I'll start next week, or the classic, I'm not just cut out for this. It doesn't just storm in, it tiptoes. But over time, it becomes the silent killer of dreams, ambitions, and potential. And you know what the worst part is? We do not even know that it's there. But not today. Today, our meeting is dedicated to recognizing, confronting, and defeating excusitis. So, everyone, please fasten your seatbelts because the energy in this room is about to turn reflective, powerful, and yes, excuse free. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ashok, who will guide us through today's session. Toastmaster Ashok is an experienced educator working at a school in Bihar. He holds a master's degree in mathematics and is very passionate about public speaking and gaining leadership abilities. In his free time, he likes to read, write poems, and meet like minded people. Toastmaster Ashok, can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, Ashok, you are audible and visible. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anna, for inviting me on this stage. And today I'm Ashok Chaudhary, Toastmaster of the evening. And today's meeting theme is excusitis, a silent dream killer. So, as name suggests, It is the killer, silent killer, which many of us face.
टाइमर कर लो आप काउंटर करो को रहने दो बिकॉज कोई भी नहीं
That
लैंग्वेज वैल्यूएटर को हटा देते हैं सिर्फ टाइमर चाहिए टाइमर के बिना मीटिंग नहीं हो पाएगी ठीक है चलो ओके
Excuse me, Anna. Could you be on mute?
many of us have experienced this kind of killer and who has destroyed his or her life just because of a silent killer, and that is excusitis. Folks, have you heard this name before? Anyone? Am I audible?
minute yes Ashok you're audible
Okay. So, anyone can guess the word which you have heard before today? Okay. Let me explain. This is a term popularized by Dr. David Schwartz in his famous book that is called The Magic of Thinking Big. It refers to the habit of making excuses for not achieving success or not taking action. It is often called disease of failure because people who constantly making excuses never reach to their full potential. In simple words, if I would say excuses are lies we all tell ourselves to avoid responsibility or to justify our lack of progress. And this is the story when once I decided to start my communication skills and leadership quality journey, I found the platform called Toastmaster Club. When I for the first time went to the club, I saw many people who are already expert in communicating in English. Though I was Hindi medium student, I thought of that. I am not able to do that. And I just left out from there. After 3 years, once again, I decided to move and I kept the pace of going there. After 3 months, I realized that it is the process by simply keeping on going, I am today here. Though I don't consider myself that I'm a perfect public speaker right away after joining more than years, but I am something today. So, have can you any guesses that how many type of excusitis have? Maybe they can be of four types of excusitis, which are mainly found in people by which they are not able to achieve and pursue their goals and dreams. And they are HAIL, that is HAIL. Hey, H, that is health excusitis. You might have heard many people say that I'm not smart, physically fit enough, and they put off their goals and avoid from taking hard work. A, that is age excusitis. Many people think that I am too old or I am too young to start something new, and they keep on tomorrow. And third one is intelligence excusitis, in which people think that they are not smart enough, they don't have right education, they are not talented, and this kind of also excusitis are found in most of the people. And lastly is luck excusitis. People think think that they are not lucky enough to crack to achieve anything in their life. So with that, we have four type of excusitis which are commonly found in the people, and they are just because of them they kill their goal. We will talk more about the theme later on. Till then, I would like to invite our today's general evaluator to come on the stage and explain his role. So let us give a huge round of applause for our general evaluator, Toastmaster Abhijit Roy. Stage
Thank
is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok, for welcoming me to the stage to introduce my role as a general evaluator that I'm playing today. For benefit of everyone, a general evaluator role is the role which somebody takes up and executes to conduct the best practices that has been followed in the club meeting and highlight any forms of lessons learned which the club can implement going further in future meetings. Ideally, in short, what it means is I would be closely observing each and every movement of the club meeting today and will be bringing on any forms of good practices that has been followed by all the club members and highlighting any room for improvement. Having said that, I would be supported by three important, very important role players in today's meeting, which is the timer, our counter, and the grammarian. And today's timer role is being played by Toastmaster Rahul. So I'd like to welcome him onto the stage virtually and request him to introduce the role that he's playing today. Toastmaster Rahul, over to you.
Am I audible and
Yes,
visible?
yes, audible and
Yes.
visible.
Hello, everyone. Today's my role is timer. We have two types of prepared speeches today. One is icebreaker speech, and second is ISC wallet. So, in both, difference is that icebreaker speech timing is 4 to 6 minutes, which is I'll show green card for 4 minutes, yellow card for 5 minutes, and red card for 6 minutes. And second speech uh, is ISC wallet, which is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll show green card for 5 minutes, yellow card for 6 minutes, and red card for 7 minutes. This is the prepared speech, and other is um, table topic, which is I'll show second, which is 2 minutes for green, 2.5 minutes for yellow, and 3 minutes for red. And last thing is evaluator time. It's 2 to 3 minutes. Sorry. जो टेबल सॉरी टेबल टॉपिक स्पीकर टाइम इज 1 minute for green, 1 to 2 minutes. So one for I'll show green card for 1 minute, yellow card for 1.5 minutes, and red card for 2 minutes. And last is evaluator time, which is 2 to 3 minutes. Green card for 2 minutes, yellow card is 2.5 minutes, and red card for 3 minutes. This is from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Avijit Roy.
Toastmaster Rahul, would you be just able to show a glimpse of how the timer cards will be shown
Yes,
so that
yes,
everybody can?
of course. I'll show. I'll send request. We have rights. Now.
You have the rights, Rahul.
This is green card. This is yellow. and this is red card, and this is my sheet, which I will show in last when general evaluator is calling will call him.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for explaining the role and also showing how the cards will be shown on the screen while any speaker is on the stage. Next up,
Yes.
we have our R counter in the form of Toastmaster Aina Gupta. I request Toastmaster Aina Gupta to come forward and explain the role that she is playing today.
Am I audible and visible, Toastmaster
Yes,
Abhijit?
yes, you are.
Thank you so much. Today I will be playing the role of the counter as well. As the counter, I will be noting down all the filler words, R's, and the words that we tend to use multiple times while we are speaking. And I will be presenting my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator. Before I start preparing the report, I would like to give a tip. We tend to make this noise R's and while speaking, but they can be avoided if we take a small pause of like 1 to 2 seconds before we start with the next sentence. So, for example, I am Aina. If I'll close my mouth, the sound of R will not come, and hence my fluency while I'm speaking, my language will be fluent. With this, I hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Abhijit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aina, for introducing your role, which is that of the R counter. Next, we have the next role taker, which is the role of grammarian. And today, the grammarian role is going to be played by Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. I would request Toastmaster Rupinder to come on stage and explain the role that he's playing today.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters, would be, should be Toastmasters. As a grammarian, my role is to make sure that our communication is correct. I'll be looking for the good usages and the not so good usages of the English language. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to present to you the word of the day. And since we're talking about excuses are essentially lies, and lies make our life convoluted. So, our word of the day today is convoluted. What does convoluted mean? It means extremely complex and difficult to follow. Its synonyms can be obfuscated, complex, difficult. I encourage everybody to use the word of the day. And every time somebody uses a word of the day, I'll mark a counter against their name. And I'll present my report when the general evaluator asks me to do so. More importantly, an example of convoluted. I recently visited a club meeting where the condition was that in order to participate in a table topic, you were supposed to use the word of the day. I thought it was a convoluted approach, although an effective one. Hope that makes things clear as far as word of the day goes and my role goes. I give it back to the general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit Roy.
Thank you so much for explaining the role of the grammarian and also issuing the word of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. We will also have a couple of speech evaluators to provide their feedback on two prepared speeches that we have lined up today. I would come towards the end of the meeting, which is the third segment, as called upon by the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ashok Chaudhary, to present my overall report, along with the support of the role takers that I have along with my team. Until then, I would hand over the virtual stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ashok Chaudhary. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashok.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhijit, for explaining your role so concisely. And now, for the benefit of the member, I would like to explain how Toastmaster meeting works. Every Toastmaster meeting is divided into three segments. The first segment is prepared speeches, in which members deliver their speeches according to their path and project they have chosen. And we have two wonderful speakers, Toastmaster Shilpa and Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra. And a second segment of the meeting is table topic section, in which both the and members and guests can practice their speech, and they both can be invited, and they can practice, and this is called impromptu session. And the final round is evaluation section, where all the speeches and other aspect of the meeting can be evaluated by our general evaluator Abhijit Roy. So we are now on the first round of the meeting, and that is called prepared speeches. And we have today Toastmaster Shilpa to deliver her first speech, that is called icebreaker speech. Before that, I would like to call upon the stage Shilpa's speakers evaluator, Toastmaster Rupinder. So give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Rupinder, and you are invited on the stage to explain your role. Read out the objective of the Shilpa speech.
Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, it is my unique honor to evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Shilpa. It is said that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Toastmaster Shilpa is taking her possible first step into this world of Toastmasters by delivering an icebreaker speech. An icebreaker speech is a simple, not convoluted speech which lasts from 4 to 6 minutes, in which the speaker talks about themselves, their life experiences. Timer, please note that unlike a usual speech, this speech is timed from 4 to 6 minutes with a 30 seconds grace on either side. Toastmaster Shilpa, most welcome to the world of Toastmasters. As they say in Spanish, que la fuerza esté con usted. May the force be with you. With that, I give it back to our Toastmaster of the day, Ashok Chaudhary.
Thank you, uh, Toastmaster Rupinder, for read out the objective of this Shilpa's speech. So Shilpa is a dedicated professional working in the division of a bank. Beyond her career, she has creative side and finds joy in dancing, painting, and exploring new places. She joined Toastmaster to enhance her communication skills and leadership skills. So help me welcome Toastmasters Shilpa on the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Am I audible and visible?
Okay, you are audible and visible. Toastmaster Shilpa. Toastmaster, my latest experiment, Toastmaster Shilpa. Stage is yours.
When I was first preparing for my icebreaker speech, I was a bit confused about what I should talk about. I thought, what's the best way to introduce myself to all of you? After some thinking, I decided that the best way is to start from the very beginning. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Shilpa, and I'm the youngest child in my family, which means I'm a little protected and, I must admit, a little spoiled. While my elder siblings were busy handling responsibilities, I enjoyed the perks of being the youngest. Growing up, I was quite shy and little studious child. I loved reading storybooks and coloring in my drawing books. In school, I had made few good friends with whom I shared an amazing bond. Few of them are still in touch with me. Looking back, my childhood days were a balance of studies and fun. Fast forward to my college life, where I pursued engineering because, well, that's the default setting for most Indian students, right? College life was a mixture of excitement and struggle. I still remember those last night study session before exams. Last minute assignment preparation, preparing for the campus placements and whatnot. But along with all that came friendship, laughter, and memories that still make me nostalgic. College has taught me many things: resilience, time management skills, and the ability to solve problems. It was a journey full of ups and downs. Whenever I think about my college life, I cannot help but smile. Now, I'm working in the IT vertical of a bank. My job requires a mix of technology and finance. Balancing both requires quick learning, ability to solve problems, and lots of patience. Every day is an opportunity to learn something new. However, work is not my whole life. I enjoy semi classical dance and painting. Dance helps me express emotions without words, and painting lets me create my own colorful world. Apart from dancing and painting, I also love exploring new hobbies like macrame, mandala art, aerial yoga. Sometimes I learn about how to play a musical instrument. Other times I learn about how to grow plants. I may not master all of the skills, but the joy of learning something new keeps life exciting. Still, something was missing. I wanted to be confident in public speaking. I have always expressed myself through art, but speaking in front of public was a challenge. Just the thought of speaking in front of so many people was enough to give me nightmares. That's why I joined Toastmasters to share my voice. Toastmaster is my new learning ground, and today I'm taking my first step. Maybe someday I will express myself effortlessly through words. Until then, I will keep learning, keep improving, and most importantly, keep speaking. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Ashok.
Give a big round of applause for Shilpa and her first speech. What an amazing speech delivered by you. And 30 seconds of uh, silence will be observed for the evaluator to note down the observed points. And timer, you are requested to tell me when 30 seconds is over.
Yes, 30 seconds.
Thank you, timer, for confirming me the time. Now it's
To stop
uh,
my day, please.
don't. Don't worry.
So, no, this is the second speaker too, Priyanka Mishra. I
Yeah,
need
yeah.
two more. Yeah, so there's some technical difficulties at my side. I need 2 more minutes to set up my room. So could you
Okay,
please
okay.
continue with the theme, and I
Okay,
will
okay,
give a heads
okay.
up the moment I'm ready.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
okay.
Thank you so much for the
Okay,
interruption.
okay. No worries. Okay, thank you. So now our second speaker is in the queue. Till then, we can talk about the theme. Since the light has been gone and I am talking about the theme, that is excusitis. So now we have all known about the excusitis. Have you ever experienced after some time or few months, few years later that you had an attack of this kind of excusitis? Any guesses? Anybody? Anyone can volunteer? Please share your experiences. Okay, so now you can correlate yourself whether you have this kind of excuses in your life or not. If you blame someone or somebody or some situations and conditions, then you are under this disease. If you are if you are thinking negative about what you want to do that I can't do, and all time you are thinking negatively, then you are under this disease. If you refrain from taking responsibility and you are postponing, you will do it tomorrow, then you are under this disease. And if you are not chasing your dream, then you are under this disease. So these are the symptoms by which you can easily recognize that how your dream is being killed by excusitis. Anyone can experience his or her. Just a minute. Okay. So we have seen that how excuses making disease affect our life. Now, if you want to achieve or pursue your aim or goal in your life, you are chasing your purpose in your life, then you have to take some remedial to refrain from this kind of disease. What you have to do? Firstly, you have to do stop criticizing, stop blaming the external factor. Secondly, you can see that if you are blaming something external factor, that means you are diverting yourself or your focus. As successful people always focus on what they can do, not they can't. Secondly, you have to take the responsibility. No matter how difficult situation and circumstances are, if you take your own decision and you are committed to take the responsibility, it will definitely defeat this kind of disease. Thirdly, you can see that many people who have the excusitis of age, aging, they think that age is as an factor, and they are too early or too young or too old, that they can't do something new in their life. So they must think that age is just a number. You might have seen people who are in the age of 65 and they have created history. You must have heard. Okay, we will talk later on about the theme. Now, our second speaker, Toastmaster Priyanka Sharma, is ready to deliver her speech. Please spotlight her. Priyanka Sharma, are you there?
Toastmaster, am I still seen? Am I visible, audible?
Okay. Yeah. Priyanka Sharma, are you ready?
Toastmaster Ashok, you will have to first call her evaluator, Toastmaster Abhishek, to read
Okay,
out the
okay.
speech objectives.
Let her confirm that she is ready now.
I'm ready, Toastmaster.
Okay. Okay. Our second speaker, Toastmaster Priyanka Sharma, has been a part of Toastmaster for 6 years, and she is working as an earthquake model developer with Aeon. She likes playing violin, traveling, and public speaking. Before that, I would like to invite her speech evaluator, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the
To,
Day, for inviting me on the virtual dais. Uh, Greetings, everyone. Today, my speaker would be attempting her ISC speech. Uh, she would be evaluated upon the ISC ballot. I wish her all the very best. Timer, please note her speech would be 5 to 7 minutes in length with 30 seconds of grace on the either side.
thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for read out the objective of Priyanka Sharma's speech. Now, Priyanka Mishra, uh, finding courage, Priyanka Mishra, finding courage, Priyanka Mishra, stage is yours.
problems in life, courage, help everywhere outside. When we don't get that,
Toastmaster Priyanka, you're not at all audible.
could I start again, Toastmaster over day? I think
Yeah.
your voice.
Yes, since she's preparing for the ISC speech, please, Toastmaster Ashok, I request you to let her start over so that she can be evaluated by Toastmaster Abhishek.
Toastmaster, could you repeat the speech
Okay.
again?
Shall I call Abhishek again to read out the objective of the speech?
No,
No,
that
just the
there is
time.
no need for that. Just
Okay.
introduce her, just call her title, state her title and call her on the virtual
Okay.
stage.
Okay. So Priyanka Mishra, finding courage. Priyanka Mishra, Priyanka Mishra, finding courage. Stage is yours.
When you face problems in life, look for help or courage everywhere outside. And when we don't get that, we give up. So the question is where to find the courage? Toastmaster Day and my dear courage seekers. Let me tell you a story of how did I find my courage. When I was in fifth standard, my father's business ran into heavy losses. Our situation became so miserable that we struggled to even have a handful of rice every day. I was killed on 5th of every month because that was the day of my school's fee payment. I was terrified of the money lenders who used to bang our gate and shout at my father. Reached for help from our relatives, but everybody turned their back. After they asked us to go back to our village. Now, for my mother, going back to our village meant fewer education facilities, because of which she could not finish her studies. I used to see my mother crying in a corner every night. One night, she called everybody at home and said, "We are left with only two options. Either we can go back to our village and let the history repeat, or we can fight for our bread here and start a life all over again. And until my life, I will not let my daughter have the same life which I had. I will do anything to give a better education and better life, the one I could ever have." The next day, she went to nearby tailor's shop and asked for work. My father also joined as an assistant in a shop. In one corner of the room, my mother was stitching clothes. In another corner of the room, I was studying. And I studied really hard. I got scholarships. I did bachelor's and master's in civil engineering, and I wanted to become a scientist. However, because of our financial condition at home, I decided to go for a job. Do you know where the most of the civil engineers get job in our country? Any guesses? Software industry. So I started coding, getting salary, got promoted, coding, getting salary, paid all our debts, coding, getting salary. Scientist, coding, getting more salary. scientist. I was climbing the corporate lead ladder, but that scientist inside me was still alive, which no money in the world could buy. So one fine day, I looked for my bank balance. I had enough money for me and my family to survive for the next 5 days. So I decided to go for higher studies. Most of my because the moment that she saw instantly, I was just saying, crazy. And you are for get your age, experience, what you or marry someone. Should I give my dream? That time, I moved courage, fight for it. But there was so much support for each of one. Quite hardly to me educated. She found the courage within herself. Today, Jimmy and engineering. I couldn't cut. Other guys than myself. And I was today, I'm proud to share with you that John resigned from IIT. So my dear friends, when we start always lies within ourselves. All we can do is just pause for a moment. Trust our courage. Thank you. Over to you.
Th- Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Give a big round of applause for Priyanka Mishra. But sorry to say that I think the whole speech was lagging just because of net issues. And we have already once heard her speech, but I feel very sad for the rest of the audience. So 30 seconds of silence will be observed for the evaluator to make some notes, and timer is requested to let me know the time when 30 seconds is over.
30 seconds is over.
Okay, thank you, timer, for confirming the time. Now let's talk a little more about the theme. And we have seen that some symptoms, which is the part of excusitis, and now we have seen that the blaming, self-doubt, and uh, accept defeat without even trying. These are the some excusitis which prevent us becoming and achieving our goal. Now we have come to the second round of the meeting, that is table topic section, and in which Toastmaster Aina Gupta is going to conduct this session. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Aina Gupta to start her session. Toastmaster, give a big round of applause for Aina Gupta, our table topic master. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashok. I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yeah, audible, but not visible.
Am I visible now?
I
Yes,
think she is visible.
yeah, visible.
So, all right. Again, once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I am wearing multiple hats today. It's time for the most exciting part of the meeting, the table topics. And as your table topic master, let me tell you a little bit about the table topics. As I said, it is the exciting segment, but what we do here is we dive into the realm of impromptu speaking. Before we start, let me brief you with the rules. I'll give a topic to the volunteer, and the speaker is supposed to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. You will see a green signal after 1 minute, your minimum time, a yellow signal at 1.5 minutes, and a red signal at the end of 2 minutes. I encourage everyone to use the word of the day, that is convoluted. Let's get started. Who wants to be the first volunteer? I can see a hand. Ilios.
So,
Toastmaster Ilios, the word of the day is convoluted. All right. Toastmaster Ilios. Monday Blues. Monday Blues, Toastmaster Ilios.
what? Can you help the type? I cannot use it really.
Okay. Toastmaster Ilios. Monday Blues. Monday
Oh,
Blues, Toastmaster Ilios.
can you hear me and see me really before I start? Real?
Yes, you are audible and
Okay.
visible.
Toastmaster Elias, can you be a bit louder? Voice seems to
Oh,
be a little on the lower side.
that's why I'm asking. Now better?
Yeah, much better than what was before.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll start then. Oh no! Monday! I H A T E Monday. Monday is the worst day ever in the week. I always wish that we will have Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 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 Sunday. Yeah, there is no Monday at all. Because when it is Monday, I got, oh, Saturday, I got sick. I don't get the motivation to wake up in the morning. And I feel confused about it. Even though the Monday ringing on my head, I have no motivation at all. If I can cancel all of my appointment that day, I can do. I will cancel all of it. I don't want to meet people. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in my bed just pretending that I'm still living, but life is so cruel. I need to live my life. So yes, Monday blues is definitely not easy to take for us, and I take it the hardest way. I learn it the hardest way. Suddenly, when it is Monday, it is like the best time to get sick. Yeah, mentally, physically, and anything about it related to sick. And suddenly, all of us, or me especially, become procrastinator. We want to planning it all to Tuesday. So Tuesday we'll have to burn out or burn jobs that we hasn't done in Monday. So yes. Oh no, Monday again. I hate Monday. Back to you, Lydia.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Helios. Well, I would like to say one thing. If Monday was not there, then I would not have been born. I was born on Monday.
Fun fact, me
Uh,
too. I born in
yeah.
Monday.
Okay, so who wants to be next? Abhishek, would you like to take the next table topic? Guest Abhishek. I think he's not there. So, Rahul, Toastmaster Rahul, would you like to take the next table topic?
I have already a timer roll. So
Oh, yes. Can anyone take up the role of the timer for Toastmaster Rahul? Toastmaster Rupinder, can you take up the role of the timer? I think Rupinder is also not here. Okay, so
Uh, I could write on the chat for the timings if it is okay with the speaker.
Rahul, would that be okay?
yes, not issue.
Okay, so Priyanka, kindly note down the timings of Toastmaster Rahul and Toastmaster Rahul. What is the most ridiculous excuse you have ever given that actually worked? What is the most ridiculous excuse you have ever given that actually worked? Toastmaster Rahul.
Um, uh, uh, I gave a uh, ridiculous uh, excuse many times in a day uh, because my job is this type. So or all ridiculous excuses work for me. I think this is so. Like when I went to my office, then they say, then my boss, my sir, say to me, said to me, why you did not come office from uh, 3 days, last 3 days. So I say, uh, I said that. Uh, I said that I went to my marriage of my cousin and I did not go on. And he and um, ad, he admitted uh, he uh, so uh, and I I think I ridiculous excuses say many time for because I'm working in government job, so this is not important to work daily. So I give excuses to anybody. Uh, so I think this is my side. Uh, okay, thank you, Anna.
Very well said, Rahul. I have used this excuse so many times to get out of situations. I have to go to a wedding, I have to attend a function, and it works every time, by the way. So, who would like to take up the next table topic? Pavan. Pavan Kumar, are you there?
Yes,
Would you like to take up the next table topic?
no problem.
Can can you please turn on your video if it is possible?
Please wait 1 second. Hello?
Okay, perfect. You are
Yeah,
audible and you are visible, and
visible
you have a
also?
lovely smile, by the way.
Thank you.
So, first of all, are you a Toastmaster?
Sorry?
Are you a Toastmaster?
Actually, I joined only last week, and in Toastmasters, I'm newly only.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Pavan, tell us about a time when you caught someone giving a hilarious excuse. Tell us about a time when you caught someone giving a hilarious excuse. Toastmaster Pavan.
Sometime, actually, I want to introduce myself first. Yes, my name is Pawan, and currently I'm in Jeddah, and I'm working as a quality engineer. And I don't know about this Toastmaster because last time I joined here as a guest only. So I don't have experience about this Toastmaster. What is the only I'm checking this one. What is the Toastmaster? Sometime I read in internet that he's improving our communication skill, performance, and leadership like that. So I'm only trying to improve myself only.
Okay, Toastmaster Pavan, you were supposed to speak something on the topic that I gave you.
Yes.
So, would you like to take up the topic again?
Yeah. Pardon.
I said you were supposed to speak on the topic that I gave you.
Okay.
Table topic section is about speaking on the topic that has been given at the table.
Okay.
So, are you comfortable with that?
Yes. I will try.
Okay. Timer, kindly note that his timings will start from now onwards because earlier he introduced himself. Okay. So, Toastmaster Pavan,
Hmm.
what's an excuse? Sorry, Toastmaster Pavan, tell us about a time you caught someone giving a hilarious excuse. Tell us about a time you caught someone giving a hilarious excuse. Toastmaster Pavan.
Sometime if anyone doing mistake and suppose we are doing mistake, so we suddenly said no, I done mistake. So sometime we take excuses and we most of time we give excuses also if anybody doing mistake like that.
Okay, think I think that is it with your topic. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pavan. We would like to take your feedback at the end of the meeting and probably talk a little bit more about Toastmasters at that time. Now, continuing with the table topics, who would like to take up the next topic? Toastmaster Rupinder. Okay, so before Toastmaster Rupinder, guest Abhishek has raised his hand. Abhishek, can you turn on your video?
Yes,
Great,
am I audible?
great. Yes, you are audible and you are visible. Toastmaster, guess Abhishek, what's an excuse you wish you could use at work but never dared to? What's an excuse you wish you could use at work but never dared to? Toastmaster, guess Abhishek.
Yes, during the work, I have done lot of excuses. Um, uh, but the point that you are talking about is actually in the starting journey in the IT life, I use some excuses. Actually, I'm totally blank on the prompt speaking.
It's okay, you can say whatever is coming in your on your mind.
Yeah, actually, during the my professional life and in personal life, I had several. I have done several excuses, and the one that is some of the excuses which I want to give to my manager, or but I'm not able to give is like I want to go for some vacation or during the actually release time, or actually I'm in the IT team, so there was some critical release ongoing. So I some many times I try to give some excuses that I want to go some vacation, but at that time I won't able to use that vacation or some other excuses because of some critical tasks on the lineup. So that was the excuses which I try that I should give, but I won't able to give give that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. Well, I would like to say one thing here. The excuse that I want to give at work, but I never dared to is I do not want to work. That's it. I just want to say it to their face. I don't want to work. I don't want to attend this meeting, but I never dared. In the interest of time, I would take one last person. Yes, Toastmaster Rupinder. Actually, I had you on my mind.
You need to have better things on your mind.
Okay, maybe next time.
Mm.
Toastmaster Rupinder, you're teaching a master class called Excuses 101. What's your opening line? You're teaching a master class called Excuses 101. What's your opening line? Toastmaster Rupinder.
Well, my opening line will be every excuse is a genuine reason at first. Then that reason becomes an excuse. And then the excuse becomes the reason. Confused? Let me explain. A long time ago, when most of you were not even born, there was a movie called Dirty Dancing. And Dirty Dancing had an actor called Jennifer Grey. The moment I saw her, and this is 1987, I was smitten. All I could do was dream of holding somebody like Jennifer Grey in my arms and going, "Now I've had the time of my life." Again, you've not heard this song. So I joined a dance school where I met a dance instructor who was very good. Then I broke my foot. I told my dance instructor that I could not come because my foot was broken. Now, in those days, there was a football player called Marco van Basten. He was poetry in motion. He took the place of Jennifer Grey because I wanted to be a footballer now. So when my injury healed, I told my instructor that my foot has still not healed, and I started playing football. Until one day she caught me playing football, scoring a goal. Do you see the sequence of event? It started as a genuine excuse. My foot was broken. Then I started using that excuse as a reason for not attending dance classes. And then that excuse became the reason. Every good excuse starts with a genuine reason. Then that reason becomes an excuse, and then that excuse becomes a reason. So here's my question to you. What excuse are you thinking of? Find the genuine reason. More importantly, find why you started. Rediscover that passion. Remember, never give excuses, never have reasons. Just go do it. Madam Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rupinder. Well, I will only say one line. Convert this into a speech. Convert this topic into a speech. Would love to hear that. All right, everyone, that is it with the table topic section. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed being the table topic master. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ashok.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master, for conducting such a captivating session for today. And all the audiences enjoyed a lot. And now we have reached the final round of the segment. Before that, we will going to a little talk about the excuses. Why making excuses are dangerous. If you observe them carefully, you will find that they destroy our confidence, ambition. They prevent learning and growth. And more than that, they steal our opportunity. So whenever you come across such kind of disease, be alert and be responsible and ready to fight against them. So with that, I would like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Abhishek. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. With the first speaker, Toastmaster Shilpa, on the podium, I would like to call on our first evaluator, Toastmaster Rupinder, on the stage to provide his overall feedback. Toastmaster Rupinder, over to you.
Mr. General Evaluator, am I audible and am I visible?
Yes, you're clearly audible and you're visible as well.
Okay. Toastmasters, my latest experiment. I hope that one of your speech titles in the future, Toastmaster Shilpa, is going to be Toastmasters, my best experience, from experiment to experience. I absolutely was blown away by the vocal energy of Toastmaster Shilpa today. She punctuated her speech with episodes of humor. For example, default settings for every Indian. Being an engineer, I did not conform to the default settings. She created relatable experiences, perks of being the youngest. Being an elder sibling, I am only too familiar with the perks of being the youngest. I loved her hand gestures. Her hands did a lot of the talking. I loved her body movement. In her speech, Toastmaster Shilpa said, maybe someday I will express myself. What do you mean someday? You expressed yourself today. Your words were dancing and your body was swaying to that dance. Superb expressions. In a speech that was this good, what could possibly improve? In a word, take a deep breath. If you are familiar to swimming, you remember when we hit the water, we take a deep breath before we jump into the water. So take a deep breath before you start to speak. You started speaking the moment Toastmaster of the Day announced your name and your title. Take a deep breath. That led to your rate of speech being too high. You finished somewhere around the 4 minute and 4 minute 30 mark. Pace yourself, practice your pauses. My second recommendation is more to do with a technical issue, camera position. You want the camera at your eye level and the light shining at you from a 45-degree angle. There was nothing wrong with the light, but you were having to look down on the camera, and that was kind of distracting. So have it at the eye level. But I must say that a journey well begun. Keep up the good work. Superb job with the speech today. Sounded like an experienced speaker. Take a deep breath. Practice your pauses. Get your camera position right. I will look forward to listening you speak on a bigger platform than Toastmasters. Welcome to the big world. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. From the perspective of an feedback that you have provided, I think the most important element of a speech that is being delivered by a very new Toastmaster who just joined the platform and from an evaluator who is so very seasoned, it automatically comes a long way of the very powerful tool which is called as motivation. So Toastmaster Rupinder, what I really loved about your feedback, and you would certainly resonate to this, is a strong and powerful recommendations in a way where you give positive but yet so important areas where Toastmaster Shilpa can really work on. And as a speaker, good points will always remain as good points. The areas where an evaluator wants a speaker to grow on, improve on, are the areas which is being shared. And the way you kind of presented it, had I been in the place of Toastmaster Shilpa, I would have taken it really seriously in terms of the recommendations that you have given. And I'm very sure that if Shilpa is out here, yes, Shilpa is there. I'm sure that she would take this feedback very strongly, because just being a great public speaker within the platform called Toastmasters is not the end of a journey, or not the only place where you can be a great powerful orator, but beyond that, which Toastmaster Rupinder has already highlighted. So great speech delivered and an awesome evaluation. No such any feedback on the evaluation that has been given by Toastmaster Rupinder. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rupinder. The next speech was delivered by Toastmaster Priyanka, who is practicing her speech for the district finals at D41 Oration. I would request Toastmaster Abhishek Deoraj to come on stage and give his feedback on the speech that he heard. Toastmaster Abhishek, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. It was a good speech, whatever we could listen due to technical errors. It had a good opening, it had good theatrics. ISC towards the district finals and ours is more of a performance. So it was a performance wherein the speaker opened with the sweater, with trying to struggle. You could understand that speaker is trying to struggle and come out of somewhere. That was the personification of the struggle that one has. And we all, some point or the other in our lives, have struggled with the sweater, unless you're living on a beach. Few ideas that I would suggest the speaker to incorporate. My mother knew going back to village meant fewer education options. In my opinion, how it would be fewer. The fewer part has to be emphasized. That going back to village, the reason you decided not to is because the education option is not there. When she said, as long as I am alive, my daughters will not. That aggression, that determination has to be known to the people who are listening to you. The grit of a mother to strive to any challenge that world throws at her. When she's at one corner, use the stage to show that where she is at one corner sewing, and on one corner you're studying. It would require good stage movement on your part. Nonetheless, it would also show how it is. Now, another thing that can be done in this where do our civil engineers go? Give it a second pause and then say software has to have a hint of sarcasm. Then when you are saying I'm coding and I'm rising, I'm coding and I'm rising, you have to understand that where you're coming from, there is still a satisfaction in your heart that you're able to support your family. So though there is a desire to go ahead and rise the corporate ladder, but you're also being tugged towards your deeper desire. That needs to be shown. All in all, it was a good speech. I wish you all the very best for the ISC at Oration.
Thanks, Abhishek, for that constructive feedback on the speech which has been delivered by Toastmaster Priyanka. I don't see Priyanka in the room, whether she could get an opportunity to listen to the feedback as being delivered by Toastmaster Abhishek Deoraj.
Toastmaster Abhijit, I'll take care of it.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. So next we have the role of the timer, Toastmaster Rahul, to come onto the stage and give the timing report.
Yes, I am ready with my report. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhijit. I'll show my screen for uh, all the timings. So first, we have prepared speaker timing. First speaker is Shilpa. Shilpa speech is icebreaker speech. So timing is according to 4 to 6 minutes. So Shilpa takes 4 minutes 21 seconds. Second, Priyanka. Priyanka takes 6 minutes 57 seconds. Both are qualified. Second, second speech is table topic speaker. First speech given by Ilios the Ophilus. Uh, Sorry for wrong pronunciation. Uh, he took 2 minutes 23 seconds. Second, B Rahul. I'll took 1 minute 58 seconds. Third is Pavan. He took 1 minute 36 seconds. Fourth is Abhishek. He took 1 minute 36 seconds. Fifth is Rupinder. He took 2 minutes 26 seconds. All are table topic speakers is qualified. Last is evaluator time. Sorry, evaluator. So first evaluator is Rupinder Singh. He takes 3 minutes 28 seconds. and second evaluator is Abhishek Deoraj. He took 3 minutes 22 seconds. All both evaluator also qualified. This is from my side. Uh, so thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhijit Roy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for presenting the timer report. You had great way of doing the timing report by presenting on the report on every speaker. However, Toastmaster Rahul, there's one small feedback. If you can present the report, whenever you're taking the role of the timer, if you can present the report in the form of an Excel sheet or a Word format, people get to see it, and that's normally documented. So every speaker, whenever he or she wants to refer it back as to how much time did he or she take on a specific speech delivered, they can actually go on to refer. So being vocal is one side. On the other side, if you can also present the report in the form of a report, which is the Excel or a Word format, that kind of adds a little bit more value. But having said that, great report overall. Place Toastmaster Rahul. And with that, I would like to call on our next role taker, Toastmaster Aina.
Sorry for disturbance. I think I'm understanding that I'll show report in Excel. This is right or
Excel or a Word format next time. Means
so this is in Excel. I'll show report. I show my report in Excel.
But that's fine, Toastmaster Rahul. Now, since you have already presented it, it's okay. We appreciate the fact that you have already prepared it. The only thing is you can also present it the next time whenever you are taking the role of the timer again. Okay, all the best. Next, we have the R counter Toastmaster Aina to come on stage and present her R counter report.
Am I audible, Toastmaster Abhijit?
Yes, you are.
Is my screen visible? Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible, Toastmaster Aina.
Okay. So, meeting number 415, dated 1st May. The R counter report goes like this. Shilpa was flawless. Priyanka, I noticed one R in her speech. Elios in the table topics was flawless. Rahul used more than 5 times R's, so more than 5 times. Pavan used R 3 times and that thrice. Abhishek used R twice and he used and twice. Rupinder was flawless. In the timing report, Rahul used R more than 5 times, so more than 3 times. In the R counter report, at the beginning of the while explaining the role, I used the R twice. I remember. Apart from that, I do not remember. Rupinder, as usual, he was flawless. In the evaluation section, for the first time, I noticed one R and one A. Toastmaster Abhishek was flawless while going for the SA. Priyanka was flawless while then going for the PO. Could not count my R's and Ums. Toastmaster of the day, Ashok used R 4 times and he used like twice. Table topic master, I could not count my R's and Ums. And the general evaluator, Toastmaster Abhijit, was flawless. This is it with my report. Thank you and back to you, Toastmaster Abhijit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aina, presenting the R counter report. Your report was also flawless. Why would I even say that? Is because one element, you had presented the report in the form of an Excel sheet, which is again a documentary format. And the second part, that you stepped up to take up the role at the 11th minute, which is just about the meetings got started and you were trying to juggle around as a vice president education to find out who would probably step in to fill up the role, and yourself stepped as a leader to take up the role by yourself. Kudos to that, Toastmaster Aina, and job well done. Thank you so much. Next, we have our grammarian, Toastmaster Rupinder, to please come forward and present his overall report as what he had observed.
Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Rupinder.
Okay. My apologies. It's been a topsy-turvy day today. Was on phone calls most of the time, but for the limited time that I prepared the grammarian report, I'll be presenting it to this meeting with your permission, Mr. General Evaluator. I loved the HAIL acronym: Health, Age, Intelligence, and Luck. And I, when I look back, most of my excuses, they fall into 99.99% excuses, they fall into one of these four or combined parameters. Perks of being the youngest, default settings, the joy of learning something new, and then there was Monday blues. These were the commendations to which I was privy to. I did find the usage of the word of the day rather limited. I want you all to unmute your microphones. I'll spell out a word. Just tell me how it is pronounced. RESILIENSC. How's it pronounced?
Resilience.
Resilience. So that, at least I thought, was not properly pronounced. My one last recommendation, it's more of a request. Please understand the difference between Toastmaster and Toastmasters. Toastmaster is when you're referring to somebody who's a member of Toastmasters as an organization in a singular manner. For example, Toastmaster Rahul or Toastmaster Ashok, because you two were visible. You and now Toastmaster Aina. Toastmasters is either plural of Toastmasters or of Toastmaster, or it refers to organization Toastmaster. So when you say that welcome to this meeting, you off, it will not be Toastmaster, it will be Toastmasters. When you say welcome to this meeting of Turning Point, Toastmasters. Toastmaster. Okay. Other than that, wonderful meeting. Today was a day when we achieved a lot, being a very few. My apologies for not doing this role in the way it should be done, not giving it the due attention that it should be given. I promise I'll be better next time. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rupinder, for stepping in as the grammarian in line with the, in addition to the speech evaluator role that you were already assigned to. Again, an impromptu role at the end minute where you just did not shy off from supporting the club, fill up an additional role. So kudos to that. And also a well-presented grammarian report, although the audience was low today. But having said that, a great meeting that we all witnessed. As we always know and keep on saying that less is more, that exactly has been proven today. The meeting started at 7:01, which is just about 1 minute ahead of the actual meeting start time, which means that we just start because we cannot start exactly at 7, because the moment you will say when you start to run a relay or a marathon, it's the trigger that takes about 30-40 seconds. And by the time people start running, it's almost 1 minute delayed. So exactly at 7:01, Toastmaster Priyanka started off with her Sergeant Arms role, and she did a great job in terms of going through the basic ground rules of any online Toastmasters meeting, and also read out the club mission statement, basic protocols of what to follow and what not to follow in a typical online Toastmasters meeting, which is a standard practice. So kudos to Toastmaster Priyanka as well, who did a part, although knowing the fact she was facing some bit of a technical challenges at her end, which is completely okay. Now moving on to the presiding officer. Today's presiding officer was Toastmaster Aina Gupta. And although when it comes impromptu, Toastmaster Aina was the impromptu mistress today. She played multiple roles right on the spot, be it the presiding officer, be it the R counter role. She knew that she's playing the role of the tabletop master, but then full on coordination, she knew that she was heading today's meeting as the presiding officer. She did a great job in multiple roles that she played today. So Well done, Toastmaster Aina. One thing which I just missed out is about Toastmaster Priyanka, knowing the fact that there's a bit of a coordination gap that happened, that Toastmaster Neeraj Singla did not show up for the meeting today, being the club president and also the presiding officer. So it could have been well communicated from her side that she's not showing up so that the SA does not misses out. But this is a very, very minor thing which does happen in a lot of club meetings. So there's nothing which is to be really be very vigilant about. But yes, if that can be taken care of by the club, I think that's something which is the best practice that is already followed. Now, moving on to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ashok Chaudhary. Toastmaster Ashok, I think you played the role for the very first time, or rather, it's the second time that you're playing the role of the Toastmaster of the day. Previously, also, some point in time, I did notice that you were playing this role. But I think what I would say is that I feel that you are still a new Toastmaster in this entire system. And to take up a role of a Toastmaster of the day, challenging your own limits, is something which is commendable. So you did a great job in terms of taking up the role, challenging yourself, because you know for the matter of fact that a Toastmaster of the day role is something which has to hold on to the entire meeting, which you did. The power went off, there were technical glitches, you were struggling to put your charger onto the screen, you had a pause there, but then you still carried on, something which everybody loved. And I would say try to motivate yourself to take up more such roles, bringing on more such topics, different topics, innovative topics, to keep the audience hooked. One thing which I can just suggest, something which you can take care of, is to keep the audience engaged during the role, because it's always very important for the role of the Toastmaster of the day, especially around the online setup, to keep the audience engaged. Otherwise, a lot of times the audience kind of lose interest because they're already sitting in front of a system. If the speech is not good, if there's power failure, there's a bit of things which are. So if you see that there is something which you can add, is bit of interaction. Just talk to the audience people. Hey, Toastmaster Rupinder, Toastmaster Ayana, what do you feel about this particular thing? Something relatable to the theme of the theme of the meeting. Or ask rhetorical questions. Ask some personal experiences that somebody would have faced, which relates to the theme of the day. This way, you can keep the audience engaged and people can be with you. This is one only observation that I can bring it to add more flavor to your future roles of the Toastmaster of the day that you would eventually play. So the otherwise, great job done, Toastmaster Ashok Chaudhary. Now, two evaluations, Toastmaster Rupinder, Toastmaster Abhishek Deoraj, you both played the role well. There are no questions, no doubts about it. Toastmaster Rupinder, you were just about bang on to give your feedback on Toastmaster Shilpa's speech. Abhishek, I felt as if like he was losing some bit of uh, technical, a bit of a network while he was delivering his evaluation. But having said that, I believe that Toastmaster Aina would have kept the important pointers that needs to be passed on to Toastmaster Priyanka, who is now just one step away from getting that championship trophy for District 41. We hope that she makes D41 proud. We hope that she makes Turning Point Toastmasters proud by getting a podium finish on the 16th, 17th, or the 18th, wherever the IEC contest has happened. So all the best Toastmaster Priyanka, and all the best to all the role takers. Now, one role taker was Toastmaster uh, Aina Gupta, who played the role of the table topic master role. She had one, two, three, four, five topics today, and all the topics were equally challenging. Why would I say that? Is I since I took the role of the table topics evaluator as well as the general evaluator, I was refrained from participating. But let me tell you one thing: even being a division first runners up for table topics 5 times in 5 consecutive years, if in one of the topics of this would have been given to me, I probably would have faltered. The topics were really challenging. Just give me a moment. I just need to plug on my laptop adapter. One second, please. Yeah, so what I was trying to make sure is that Toastmaster Aina, you had indeed great topics. for all of us to challenge, because table topics is all about challenging your inner mind. And when I saw that Monday Blues, where Elios participated, what is the most ridiculous reason you have given that actually worked out was given to Toastmaster Rahul. Guest Abhishek had a topic. Guest Pavan Kumar, tell us about a time when you caught a person giving a hilarious excuse. And finally, excuses 101, which was given to Toastmaster Rupinder. All had all had something in them in the topic itself which challenged. Now, Toastmaster Aina, what I can only see here is that some of the topics were very short, just about 2 words. Some of the topics were equally long. Now, what happens is that sometimes as a table topics master, it's it is important to identify the type of people whom you know personally can actually be able to deliver something on the topics. For example, I'm not really highlighting anybody in this room in particular, but you know for the matter of fact that what probably is the the ground strength of Toastmaster Rupinder in a table topics, of what could be the ground strength of a guest who probably came in all the way from Jeddah, who was Pawan Kumar. So when you are trying to see that these are absolutely guests or newcomers, some bit of an easy topics given to them can somewhere give them a little bit of comfort. That's the only thing. You can always challenge Rupinder, you can always challenge me. That's fine. We will love to participate. But then this is something which you can take a little care of whenever you're taking up the role, so that people don't get scared about this particular entire concept of table topics. That's the only feedback that I have in terms of your role. Apart from that, you did play the role very well. And when it comes to table topics evaluation for all the role takers, I'll give a short and cumulative feedback on all the 5 topics. Everybody did they played the role well, gave the topics understanding and bit of an experiences from the perspective of a real table topics which has to be given. But one observation on every speech is that even table topics is a mini version of a prepared speech. It if it has an opening, a subtle body description, and then towards the end it's a conclusion, then I think it can be something which is a complete package. Somewhere I found that all those who participated, uh, for the matter of fact, except for Toastmaster Rupinder, uh, who was on the higher side, everybody lost track on hold of the starting off with an opening, reiterating on the fact that what exactly the topic is. Because the moment they heard the topic, they started off without really understanding what the topic really meant and what I have to speak on. So request all the speakers, whoever are present here, is to first understand what exactly the topic means. Monday blues, for example. What is the most ridiculous reason you have given that actually worked for you? These are things which needs to be understood first, and then you can start speaking. So for table topics, it's just not about speaking whatever comes your your mind. It's speaking on the relevance of the topic which is given to you. So that is something that all the table topic speakers can take care of, because it's the credibility that comes into the line when you get to be scored or evaluated from that perspective. So most important, that is the only thing. Apart from that, everybody in short did their role really well in participating for table topics. The 415th meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters Club has been really good so far, and it would certainly end with a great memories. It started off at 7:01, and I'm very sure that it will end at 8:59. 1 minute delay and 1 minute earlier. So without any delay from my side, I would like to pass on to Toastmaster Ashu back again to take the final words for his role as Toastmaster in the evening. Toastmaster Ashu, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Abhijit, for evaluating all the meeting aspects and all the speeches so nicely. Now we have very close to end of the session, and I have few more lines to speak on the topic that if we are going through the health challenges or health excuses, then we should take lesson from Helen Keller. You must have read about her since she was deaf and blind for her childhood, and she became a great author and inspiring millions of people. If someone has age excuses, you should know about the Colin Sanders, who has created history at the age of 65, and his chicken recipe has the world's famous brand. If you have, if you find someone who has luck excuses, then you can read about or tell him about the J.K. Rowling. She was a single mother and she worked hard and she got rejection from 12 publishers until the Harry Potter published. And world knows the richest author in the world. And if someone has intelligence problem, you could have read about the Thomas Alva Edison and and Albert Einstein. Those both were very slow in studying in their early age, but they become the world famous scientists in the history of the world. So with that, I would like to hand over the stage our presiding officer, Toastmaster Aina Gupta. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashok. Can we have a huge round of applause for him for doing such a fabulous job as the Toastmaster of the day? Thank you so much, Ashok. All right, in the interest of the time, I'm quickly launching the polls. You will see the you will see the poll for the best speech evaluator. I request everyone to please vote for the best speech evaluator. Okay. The another one is the best prepared speaker. Please vote, everyone. Okay. So next, just a next is the poll for the best role player. Please vote, everyone. Next, we have, okay, mm, no, I'm so sorry for that. All right, that is it with the polls. We will not be having the polls for the table topics and the auxiliary role plays because they were not fixed in the beginning. I will quickly share the results. For the best speaker, the award goes to Toastmaster Shilpa. She's not here. Can we have a huge round of applause for her? And for the best evaluator, the award goes to Toastmaster Rupinder, as usual. Ah, All right, now the third and the final result, the best role player. The award goes to yours truly, everyone, Anna Gupta for table topic master. So happy. Okay, now I would like to quickly share a couple of things. It was my first time as PO and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm glad that even though we started 1 minute late and everything was running late, we did a good job. Everyone was so supportive and they took up roles at the last minute. And I am thankful to Toastmaster Rahul for quickly changing his role from our counter to the timer, and Toastmaster Rupinder for taking up the grammarian in the last minute, and everyone. Quickly taking a feedback from the guest. Toastmaster Ilios, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you please turn on your video and share some of your observations and how do you like the meeting with us? A quick feedback, please. Just in 2 to 3 lines.
Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. Clear?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Please.
Okay, thank you. It's good to be back here. And yes, I always enjoy your club meeting. That's why I'm I keep on coming back. And yes, sometimes if you enjoy the meeting, the time flies, but you never realize that it's already the end. And it's also streamed on the YouTube. That's wonderful. It means that you broadcast this to reach wider audience because we should let them know there is a great group like this that can be their turning point on their life, either in public speaking or in the leadership. So yes, please do what you are doing right now because you are amazing. Keep on going. So yes, good luck. Thank you, Ain.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ilios. Next, Toastmaster Abhijit. Would you like to share something in 2 lines?
Great club to be participate. I can't stop coming again back again with a different role. Less than
And
two.
we would love to have you with us. As you said, finishing the meeting at 8:59. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm stopping the live stream now.